Good morning everyone. My name is Nirmala. I am working as a degree maths lecturer in PP Siddhartha. Now I am going to explain a theorem. Let V over F be a finite dimensional vector space V over F and W1 W2 be two subspaces of V over F. Then prove that dimension of W1 plus dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. Prove let V over F be a vector space, finite dimensional vector space. Here W1 and W2 be two subspaces of V over F. W1 plus W2 comma W1 plus intersection W2 are also two subspaces of V over F. In previous theorems we know that. So we have to prove that dimensions are equal. First we have to prove LHS and next we have to prove RHS. Same answer will be equal or not. We have to check. First, let S is equal to alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha m be basis of W1 intersection W2. Because we already know that W1 intersection W2 are finite dimensional vector space. Finite dimension means it has some dimension. It has some basis, that is finite basis. Every finite dimensional vector space has a finite basis. That basis is some countable number of elements. Finite means some countable number of elements. That is alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n. Be basis of W1 intersection W2. S is the basis, so basis conditions L of S is equal to W1 intersection W2. Dimension of W1 intersection W2 is equal to M. Dimension means the number of elements in the basis. The number of elements in the basis of W1 intersection W2 is M. So S is the basis here. The number of elements in S is M. So dimension of W1 intersection W2 is equal to M. Okay, next. Here S is the basis. Before going to basis, it is first subset. Every basis is the first subset. Here S is the basis, so S is first subset of W1 intersection W2. S is subset of W1 intersection W2 means it is also a subset of W1 and it is also a subset of W2. Next, S is linearly subset of W1. Then by basis extension theorem. What is basis extension theorem? Every basis has adding some elements. It is also forms a basis. Here S is a basis. Already we know that we have by basis extension theorem we add some elements to S. That elements are beta 1, beta 2 and so on beta n. It is also a formal basis of W1. It is also a formal basis of W1. By basis definition, T is linearly independent and L of T is equal to W1. Dimension of W1 is equal to the number of elements in T is M plus N. So dimension of W1 is equal to M plus N. Also as S is subset of W1. S is subset of W1 intersection W2. S is also a subset of W2. Already it is subset of W1. From S is extended to form a basis of W1. We have to write dimension of W1. Next W2. S is also a basis of W2. So we all know S is linearly independent. It is first, before going to basis, it is a subset of W2. Subset of W2. Then by basis extension theorem, we have to add some elements to S. It is also forms a basis of W2. That is T. The added elements are we have to add some elements to S. It forms a basis T. Okay. P is by basis extension theorem. P is also a basis of W2. So the dimension of W2 is equal to the number of elements in P. The number of elements in P is M plus K. So dimension of W2 is equal to M plus K. Now consider LHS of LHS dimension of M1 plus dimension of M2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. Dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. We know that dimension of W1 is equal to M plus N. Dimension of W2 is equal to M plus K. Dimension of W1 intersection W2 is M. After some cancellations we get M plus N plus K. Okay. Next we have to prove that dimension of W1 plus WT is also m plus n plus k. We consider some set that is Q. Q is equal to that contains some elements alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha m, beta 1, beta 2 and beta n, gamma 1, gamma 2 and so on, gamma k. Now we have to prove that Q is the basis of W1 plus W2. We have to prove that Q is the basis of W1 intersection W2. What are the basis conditions? It is first linearly independent and L of Q is equal to W1 plus W2. First we have to prove that Q is linearly independent. Linearly independent means first we have to write the linear combination of elements of Q. That is A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus and so on, AM alpha m plus B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus and so on, Bn beta n plus C1 gamma 1 plus C2 gamma 2 plus and so on, Ck gamma k is equal to 0. We know that the linear combination of alphas A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2, the linear combination of gammas is take to right side. Since LHS of equation 2 LHS side are linear combination of vectors of T. That is all are linear combination of gammas. Gammas are the elements of T. We know that L of T is equal to W1. So minus C1 gamma 1 minus C2 gamma 2 and so on, Ck gamma k belongs to L of T. L of T is equal to W1. So minus C1 gamma 1 minus C2 gamma 2 and so on, Ck gamma k belongs to W1. Okay, next LHS of equation 2 belongs to W1. RHS of equation 2 also belongs to W1 because both are equal. That's why the RHS is also belongs to W1. Next, and clearly RHS of equation 2 is belongs to W2. RHS of equation 2 belongs to W2. Why it is also belongs to W2? Alphas and betas are the elements of S. S is a subset of W2. So L of that is belongs to W2 also. Belongs to W2. So minus C1 gamma 1 minus C2 gamma 2 and so on minus Ck gamma k is equal to D1 alpha 1. RHS of equation 2 belongs to W1 and clearly RHS of equation 2 belongs to W2. So RHS of equation 2 belongs to W1 intersection W2. W1 intersection W2 is equal to L of S. Okay, next minus C1 gamma 1 minus C2 gamma 2 and so on minus Ck gamma k is equal to D1 alpha 1 plus D2 alpha 2 plus and so on Dm alpha m. Because W1 intersection W2, C1 gamma 1, C2 gamma 2 and so on, Ck gamma k, L of W1 intersection W2 is equal to L of S. L of S is linear combination of elements of S. That is D1 alpha 1 plus D2 alpha 2 plus and so on Dm alpha m. We come to left side, the C's and gammas. The linear combination of C comes to right hand side. We know that this is a linear combination of vectors of P. P is already linearly independent. Linearly independent means all the constants is equal to 0. Substitute this in 3. We get A1, A2, Am and so on, B1, B2 and so on, Bn is equal to 0. From 3 and 4, all the elements of Q, the constants are equal to 0 from 3 and 4. Now we have to prove that L of Q is equal to W1 plus W2. Clearly L of Q is subset of W1 intersection W1 plus W2. Now we have to show that W1 plus W2 is subset of L of Q. We take one element from W1 plus W2, that is lambda. Lambda belongs to W1 plus W2. It is in the form of alpha plus beta. Alpha belongs to W1, beta belongs to W2. We have to prove that delta belongs to L of Q. Since alpha belongs to W1, we know that W1 is equal to L of T. Alpha is equal to L of T means alpha is equal to A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus and so on Am alpha m, B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus and so on Bn beta m. Beta belongs to W2 is equal to L of T. And linear combination of elements of T. Beta is equal to linear combination of elements of P. Delta is equal to alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta, delta is equal to alpha plus beta. Alpha values and beta value we have to add. Here this is the linear common, we take the common of alpha 1. Okay, next, which is the linear combination of elements of Q. These are all are the elements in the form of alphas, betas and gammas. These three are in Q. So which is the linear combination of Q? That is the linear combination of Q means L of Q, belongs to L of Q. Actually delta belongs to W1 plus W2. Here delta belongs to L of Q, we get that. Means W1 plus W2 is subset of L of Q. From 1 and 2, W1 plus W2 is equal to L of Q. L of Q is the basis of W1 plus W2. Basis means dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to M plus N plus K. LHS is equal to RHS. Hence the theorem proved. Thank you.